Hello Hacktubers and welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, 24th of November, F2020. Let's start today's project. Subscribe to my channel and watch hundreds of DIY videos. What I'm building today? A pocket-sized power supply. Yes, from these components, and let me explain you the circuit diagram. It's a simple circuit diagram. The main component is the voltage regulator LM317. This is the guy, and the resistor 1 should be 220 ohms, and that is for current limit that LM317 will give, and with 220 ohms will be around 1 amp of output current. R2 is for adjusting the voltage that you want to give the LM317. I will put in description below this voltage calculator, and let's say that we want 5 volts to get from LM317. Just type 5 volts, 220 ohms for the current, calculate 660 ohms you need to solder on R2. So on this pocket-sized voltage regulator I will need 1.5 volts 47 ohms resistor. For 3 volts I will need 330 ohms. For 5 volts 680. 7 volts 1 kilo ohm. And how I'm gonna adjust the voltage with this tiny, let me show you, with this tiny 4 switches. When you turn on the switch, let's say this one, that will be for 7 volts, and on that switch will be soldered 1 kilo ohm resistor. You turn it back 7 volts. If you want 3 volts, you're gonna turn on this switch. You get it. Let's build it. The components I will solder on this tiny proto board. You'll need this voltage regulator LM317, 5 resistor, the tiny 4 switch, alligator clips, and 9 volt connector. To mention that LM317 pin 1 will be adjust, pin 2 is voltage out and pin 3 is voltage in. The current resistor of 220 ohms should be soldered between pin 1 and pin 2. Voltage in or 9-volt battery power source will be soldered negative wire on switches down there. And the positive wire on pin 3 of voltage regulator. Okay, and voltage out is soldered negative wire on switches down there. And positive wire or voltage out on pin 2 right there. Okay, my pocket size power supply that will work with 9-volt battery is finished, and now I'm gonna test it. Here it is, the 9-volt battery. Let's plug in. Okay, this will be output voltage. In this case I will connect the digital multimeter so I can measure the voltage. To mention that if you use high current output, I suggest to put a heatsink. And what is say 8.5 volts output. That is why, because no one of the switches is turned on. The first switches will give 1.5 volts. Light up. Okay. Let's turn on 1.38 volts. That's okay. Turn it off. The second one will give 3 volts. Exactly 3 volts. Great. Turn it off. The third one is 5 volts, I think. Yes, 5.2 volts. This is working great. Turn it off, and the fourth switch will give 7 volts, around 7.2 volts. And when all the switches are off, the output will be 8.5 volts or how much it gives the battery. Volt 2.2 and all together 1.3. Okay, this is working fine, and it's a great mini project, and it's a pocket power supply that works with 9-volt battery. And that's it for today's video. Please share, subscribe, like today's video, and visit my channel page. Great stuff.